Please, question.
Can you give us some thoughts and ideas of what we here can do to like upgrade and bring based upon what we have, you know, some of the things that we discussed, how you see that can work for us?
Sure. I'll give you a couple right off the top of my head. A technology center, the Wi-Fi, people need access to computers, and you need friends to help you provide them. And that is beyond the friends, the foundation. Go into the community and see who else is in synchronicity with what your mission is. So the Boys Club, the Boys and Girls Club. I got computers from the national organizations, Google Chromebooks. I've got 50 of those. I'm pretty much a technology whore. I will take books and computers from whoever available. And try to be agnostic and get as many as you can, and lock them down with tracking devices, technology, and handing the keys over to someone else. In order for me, I have added hours, I've added circulation, I share the library. All of my meeting rooms are separately keyed, and we have a straightforward risk agreement. They sign off on it, and the citizens use our library all the time when we're closed. They're responsible. They have them sign a disclaimer and go forward. You've got to open it up. You have to get partners, and you have to look outside for your technology support. Freshening the collection up, you need partners. You've got to get uncomfortable. I spent 3 years in the city manager's office. Every single soccer organization, every single golfing organization, every single women's club knows their way to city council. You library people can read and write like no one. You have the resource to change City Hall. My people do. I encourage them to write, to talk to our representatives, because at the end of the day, that's what a democracy is for. That's what we're there for. We're there. My boss, the citizens and residents of San Diego. That's who I work for. That's who my boss is. Yeah. Any ideas? Library? David?
I mean, you're the real librarian here. I just play one on a blog, I guess. Jose's dead right. You've got to, lobby your public officials. I mean, this was, Dana's obvious genius about the big read. He knew that he was creating a program simultaneously for every American and for 535 Americans in particular, for the House of Representatives and for the Senate. And so his announced goal from day one was, we want a big read in every congressional district. Because without governmental support, unless you can make it up with incredibly generous, eccentric billionaires writing you checks, you're lost. So yeah, that is your first line of attack. Get the guys across the street in City Hall on your side.
Yeah, it's so important. Get familiar with the numbers. Libraries are generally 5 to 6% of city government's budget. Your numbers are in the area of 2%. Look at the standards. Don't set yourself by Pomona. Set yourself by the standards. People like myself, Elizabeth, that are friends, we've been in this business a while. We'll help you understand it. We'll do it for free. We're not asking for a price. Off the top of my head, what could you do? When I came on board, and yes, I did turn around my library, staff asked me to get rid of fines. So I looked at the revenue generated by fines. For my business, it's $750,000 a year. So I came up with this idea of Fine-Free Friday. The last Friday of the month, people could return their books. We would forgive their fines. It's similar to what you're doing. We got more business. We got more business, therefore fines were revenue neutral. I had more circulation, there were more books going out, and the other 29 days of the month we were busier, so we got a revenue neutral ad. $750,000 before I did Fine Free Friday, $750,000 today. You've got to take some risk. Look at ways to get in the building and open it up. Ultimately, I'm not finished. The downtown library in Santiago, Chile, it's open every day at 7 a.m. and closes at midnight. That's my buildings are open an average of 62 hours a week. And we only have 300 employees to cover 33 libraries and a geographical area the size of Connecticut. We let our friends be very involved in our library. I have volunteers to tell stories, I have volunteers to check out books, I have volunteers to do everything in the library. I have librarians that check out books, I have people in circulation that work in libraries. We share the work. And we have not fired anybody in my county in my entire 8 years. In my library, no. But we've had a freeze for, this is my 4th year of my freeze, of new hires. So you have to look creatively of how you do it. You got to look long term. You can't think about here to June. You got to think about here to 2015. That's how you do it. There's no way you're going to do it day to day. And you have plenty of breathing room. You have a whole year to plan, folks. You've got a whole year.